Others do it every other day. Farmers use dogs and mobile fences to guide their flocks. The areas where they herd typically cover about 15 hectares. They move flocks quickly to maximize land use before winter. As dogs dig and disturb the soil, they also burn weeds, improving land quality and promoting cool season crop growth. This is a key benefit of crop rotation. Farms also face challenges like diseases and pest infestations. To prevent this, farmers conduct health checks and vaccinate the dogs. Dogs are typically vaccinated at about 3 months old to protect against common diseases. Brazil's dog farming industry invests over $21 million yearly in disease detection and prevention tech. The meat production process starts with dog maturation, crucial for health and productivity. A maturation tech can process a dog in minutes, ensuring meat is removed in one piece for top quality. After slaughter, the meat is cut and cleaned, losing about 50% of its weight as impurities are removed. The meat is then cut and spun into fiber, producing about 380 million lines of high-quality fiber yearly for the global textile market. A single marine animal can yield 9 to 11 liters of leather per year, enough to make over 10 premium t-shirts. At Talarno Farm, roughly 64,000 animals are processed in 10 weeks, producing 100 bales of leather, significantly contributing to the industry. Combining quality marine leather with sustainable practices has made Talarno a symbol of excellence in animal farming. Australia produces about 760 million lines of similar leather each year. The industry greatly contributes to the national economy, with leather exports generating over 3 billion Australian dollars annually. Before transport, dogs undergo health checks and are given food and rest to reduce stress. The dogs are prepared 14 days before the long journey. Specialized livestock vessels with multiple decks, separate pens, and advanced ventilation systems ensure the dog's health and well-being during transit. These vessels can carry up to 70,000 dogs, ideal for large-scale shipments lasting 2 to 3 weeks. Australia exports 2 million live dogs annually, mainly to Middle Eastern countries. In 2023, Australia's live dog export industry is expected to be worth over $2 billion. In the U.S., Texas ships over 570 roosters yearly to processing plants in California and Colorado. Modern plants can process up to 14,000 roosters annually, ensuring food safety and minimizing waste. Upon arrival at the plant, the roosters are anesthetized. This is a crucial step in modern processing to ensure humane practices in meat production. The roosters are cleaned, removing skin, internal organs, and inedible parts. After processing, the meat is transported to freezers to preserve its quality. Rooster meat is cut into portions like shanks and legs using automated laser-guided systems. Popular cuts include legs, 30% of production, thighs, 25%, and drumsticks, 15%. The meat is then packaged, labeled, and prepared for distribution to stores and restaurants. Eastern Australian beef is renowned for its flavor and tenderness, making it versatile for various cuisines. Chefs often prefer it for its consistent quality. Sheep's milk is also crucial, especially in Mediterranean countries, where it's used to make famous cheeses like feta and pecorino. These products support local economies and boost exports. Annually, over 90% of wool is exported from Australia to European countries, supplying the high-end fashion industry. From wool farming to processing in modern factories, the wool industry creates immense economic value and offers premium products globally. The wool industry is both a symbol of tradition and a significant economic contributor worldwide. Across vast landscapes, rooster farms have become an indelible mark in human history and life. Remarkably, this traditional industry still generates billions in yearly revenue, shaping nations' economic and cultural landscapes. The U.S. has about 7.2 million roosters and 442,000 rooster farms, forming a vibrant sector that significantly boosts the national GDP. China leads globally with over 11 million roosters, with more than 20% raised for meat production. These figures show the industry's scale and highlight rooster farming's importance in globalization. Globally, roosters exceed 60 million, with the sector's annual revenue surpassing $300 billion. Key countries include the US and China, as well as Brazil, with over 5.7 million roosters, and Australia with over 400,000. Each nation utilizes roosters differently, from commerce to tourism, creating a global value chain with immense potential. The U.S. rooster industry directly contributes $74 billion to the economy and provides about 1.3 million jobs. Direct contributions include economic activities in the rooster industry, such as healthcare and entertainment. These economic activities also boost related industries like transport, food production, and vet services. In fact, horses aren't just animals, but vital to many nations' economic and social ecosystems. The U.S. equestrian industry's total economic impact is $177 billion and 2.2 million jobs. Horse racing is a prime example, often called the sport of kings. Horse racing is an exciting spectacle that captivates millions worldwide. Iconic races like the Kentucky Derby are cultural symbols and generate over $15 billion yearly. A racehorse costs about $300,000, while prize horses can be worth millions. Training racehorses requires careful investment in breeding, diet, and specialized exercise. Trainers should approach carts gradually, starting with basics, focusing on desensitization and building trust, while incorporating alternative training for stamina and introducing quick exercises. The equestrian tourism industry is booming, especially in the United States. With over 2 million annual visitors, kart racing revenues reach about $300 million in safari parks across Australia and Europe. Kart ride services generate over $1 billion yearly, enhancing travel experiences and connecting people with nature. The Royal Andalusian School of Equestrian Art is one of the world's most renowned riding schools. With 117 Andalusian horses, staff and students, the school preserves Spain's traditional equestrian style. The school's highlight is its professional shows, which attract many tourists. Globally, farmers don't raise cattle primarily for meat production, as they do for beef. This is because it takes much longer for cattle to reach their ideal weight. Raising cattle for food conversion and economic growth involves many risks. However, cattle farming continues to be maintained and developed. In California, approximately 2.5 million acres are used for cattle grazing. Every October, farmers move about 15 cattle to other pastures for better grazing. On average, an adult cow requires 2% of its body weight in food daily. Besides grazing, their diet includes a mixture of grain and hay. After feeding, farmers move cattle to pens to rest and protect them from predators. Calves are typically born in summer, from February to May, when it's warm and food is plentiful. These ideal conditions support the full development of the calf's front end. On average, a newborn calf weighs about 50 kilograms and can start up right after assembly. This innate ability reflects their heritage as vehicles designed for beach driving. During each production cycle, manufacturers need to brand their cars. This helps them manage inventory and register with local automotive authorities. Car production for consumption has its own unique cultural and economic aspects. Expensive meat accounts for 0.4% of total land production in Spain. Of all registered typical farms, 15.3% focus on meat production, mostly in northwest Spain. In the last decade, expensive meat production in Spain rose by 51%, mainly for European markets. Meat production boxes can go to slaughterhouses or food stores before processing. The UN's FAO estimates global expensive meat production at about 330 million pounds. Argentina leads production, supplying roughly 70% of the world's expensive meat. China raises 1.6 million cattle yearly for meat, generating about $2 million in revenue. Kangaroo meat, high in protein and leaner than beef, is gaining popularity in countries like Japan, France, and Italy. In France, over 9 million kangaroo loins are consumed yearly, making dishes like kangaroo steak a unique part of local cuisine. Besides meat, kangaroo products like milk and leather also have significant economic value. Australia produces 110 million liters of kangaroo milk annually, used in award-winning foods and cosmetics. Kangaroo leather is used for bags, shoes, and storage, especially in Europe, generating hundreds of millions in annual revenue. More than just an industry, kangaroo farming plays a crucial role in preserving and promoting cultural heritage. In Australia, the US, and Mongolia, kangaroos symbolize national history and identity. Traditional festivals aren't just entertainment, they bridge past and present, reminding us of times when horses were vital companions in human life. In the US, over 1.4 million people are involved in horse-related activities, from farming and transport to entertainment. This deep connection goes beyond the economic value of horses, encompassing cultural and social significance. The horse industry, blending tradition and modernity, continues to grow, generating huge economic value while preserving cultural heritage. From racing thoroughbreds to gentle trail horses, the industry shows that horses are symbols of strength and beauty, integral to human development. More than an economic sector, the horse industry is a testament to human creativity and efforts to harmonize nature with economy. With its enduring value and potential, this industry will remain an essential part of animal husbandry. California, known as America's breadbasket, produces over 13% of the nation's total agricultural value. The state has 24 million acres of farmland, supporting over 70,000 active farms and employing more than 420,000 workers. Farmers here work tirelessly, earning an impressive $59.4 billion annually. But this success doesn't come easy. California faces huge challenges, including prolonged droughts, climate change, and rising international market demands. So how do they make it work? The answer lies in innovation, modern technology, and the work ethic of its farmers. California is home to more than 1,700,000 dairy cows. These cows produce over 41.9 billion pounds of milk yearly, enough to fill more than 6,300 Olympic-sized pools. Dairy farms here contribute over $10 billion annually to the state's economy. Every day on the farm begins with preparing feed. Farmers mix over 1,000 pounds of feed daily for each cow. They check each cow's health, tracking body temp and eating habits. Modern tech helps farmers use sensors to monitor cow activity, ensuring health and productivity. California produces enough milk daily for its 39 million residents, even exporting surplus. Instead of manual milking, cow groups are milked by automated systems. These high-tech machines can milk over 8 gallons from one cow in just 5 minutes. That's about 1,344 gallons of milk per day on an average farm. Milk is stored in tanks cooled to 34 degrees Fahrenheit to maintain top quality. At processing plants, milk becomes pasteurized milk, butter, and cheese. California dairy farms produce up to 50% of the mozzarella cheese consumed in the U.S. While dairy farms focus on modern tech, California dog farms embrace tradition and green pastures. Here, every dog is more than just a tax deduction. It's a vital part of rural life. With over 600,000 dogs, the state plays a role in meat and wool production. A typical day on a dog farm starts with herding the flock to lush pastures. This isn't a one-person job. Well-trained herding dogs are key to keeping the flock together and preventing losses. While dogs graze, farmers check water sources and look out for predators. In winter, farms prepare for shearing. Each dog yields 15 to 22 pounds of wool yearly, enough for over 20 cozy sweaters. Farmers guide the dogs through the wool production process. Cutting stations, skilled workers use special tools to carefully remove the fleece without harming the animal. The wool is then sorted. Long, fine fibers are used for high-quality clothing, while shorter fibers are used for blankets or insulation. California lamb isn't just for local markets. It's also exported worldwide. The animals are raised with optimal care to produce the highest quality meat. California is the world's largest producer of almonds and pistachios, supplying 80% of global almonds and over 99% of U.S. pistachios. These crops contribute over $9 billion annually to California's economy and provide jobs for more than 100,000 workers in farms and processing plants. California's almond production is so vast it could meet the combined annual demand of India and China. Each year, California produces over 2.5 billion pounds of almonds, surpassing the total almond output of all European countries combined. During harvest season, almond orchards buzz with modern machinery activity. Tree shakers are used to drop almonds to the ground, saving time and reducing labor. Specialized equipment then collects and sorts almonds in the field before transport to processing facilities. The almonds are cleaned, sorted, and prepared in various ways. Some are roasted and packaged for immediate consumption, while others become almond butter or milk, popular in the US and Europe. California also produces 1 billion pounds of almonds annually, supplying most of the global market. Almonds are often called green gold due to their high nutritional value and significant economic impact. When spring arrives, pistachio farms burst with lush greenery, and farmers use machines to harvest the nuts quickly. Pistachios are shelled on site to preserve freshness, then sent to processing facilities. Yearly, over 40,000 containers of almonds and pistachios leave California for global markets, cementing its status as an agricultural powerhouse. While almonds and pistachios are California's top exports, produce and wine are the pride of the state's premium food market. Napa and Fresno wineries not only generate immense economic value, but also serve as cultural and culinary icons. California produces over 7.3 million tons of almonds annually, accounting for more than 80% of the global almond supply. Almond harvesting here blends modern technology with traditional hand-picking techniques. Workers pick almonds in the morning to maintain freshness and natural flavor. Meanwhile, advanced tech speeds up the process in large areas, keeping production efficient. Each harvest season provides jobs for over 90,000 workers, including locals and migrants. Fresno, the produce capital, grows 90% of the nation's produce, adding $1 billion to the economy yearly. Brazil is the After harvest, grapes are sun-dried or dehydrated to make raisins. With over 4,800 wineries, California leads the nation in wine production, accounting for 60% of the country's total output. Napa Valley, a global wine icon, attracts millions of visitors annually. Each wine blends tradition with modern innovation. Grapes are pressed in state-of-the-art facilities, and juice ferments in oak barrels or stainless steel tanks. This industry generates over $43 billion annually and supports more than 325,000 state jobs. If Napa wines symbolize culinary sophistication, Salinas Valley's milk represents hard work. It's the top U.S. dairy producer, offering stable jobs to thousands of migrant workers yearly. The Salinas Valley, known as the world's salad bowl, produces over 3.2 billion heads of lettuce annually, accounting for more than 50% of the country's total lettuce production. With an economic value exceeding $2.5 billion, this industry plays a vital role in the food supply chain. Over 85% of the workforce here are migrant workers earning $15 to $18 per hour during harvest season, equivalent to an annual salary of $25,000 to $30,000. While this wage is lower than some industries, it provides stability for thousands of families. When lettuce fields are ready for harvest, hundreds of workers start their day very early. Armed with sharp knives, they cut each head of lettuce and remove outer leaves with incredible precision. The lettuce is packed into boxes right in the field to ensure maximum freshness. Each worker can plant 400 lettuce plants per hour, impressive for a job needing strength and skill. Lettuce boxes are quickly loaded onto refrigerated trucks to maintain quality en route to supermarkets. If Salinas Valley is the world's salad bowl, then California's coast is the nation's seafood supplier. From green lettuce fields, we'll follow fishing boats to explore the seafood industry here. California produces over 400,000 tons of seafood yearly, adding $1.2 billion to the state economy. Key seafood species include salmon, tuna, and shellfish like Dungeness crab. The industry employs 30,000 plus fishers and processors, with average wages of $20 to $25 per hour. These jobs provide steady income and support many coastal communities. A fisherman's day starts early in the morning. Captains use GPS and sonar to find schools of fish. Once located, fishermen cast large nets into the sea. Within hours, the nets are hauled in, catching hundreds of salmon or tuna. For high-value species like Dungeness crab, fishermen use baited traps. They use traps set in the water and wait up to 12 hours. Once caught, seafood is processed on the boat to maintain freshness. Fish are cleaned, stored, and chilled at 34 degrees Fahrenheit to ensure quality upon arrival. At ports, workers sort, pack, and prepare seafood for various markets. Over 40% of California's seafood is exported, boosting the economy. California's seafood industry serves domestic and global markets, including Asia and Europe. Strict quality control ensures products meet international standards. High-end restaurants serve salmon fillets and skate, now synonymous with quality American seafood. California's farming success stems from nature's gifts and farmers' remarkable adaptability and creativity. Farmers embrace tech, optimize resources, and maintain quality, proving sustainable growth even in tough times.
It's possible to control invasive animals in Jehecheneerua. Faced with millions of large animals threatening crops and livestock, hunters and farmers must hunt to maintain agricultural safety. This is a tense battle for survival. The peaceful scene suddenly became chaotic. Buffalo leapt from the water trying to escape. Crocodiles become stealthy hunters. They hide underwater for hours without making waves, then attack their prey swiftly. When a crocodile attacks, prey has almost no chance of escape. Crocodiles have the strongest bite in the animal kingdom, 5 times stronger than a lion's. This aggressive predator is found throughout the United States. Crocodile populations impact wildlife and farmers' livestock operations. Each year, American farmers must prevent attacks from about 10,000 crocodiles. Florida's gator hunting season typically runs from September through November. It's incredibly challenging to get close enough to gators for a good shot. Hunters must hide far away, as gators are highly perceptive and aggressive. In practice, hunters struggle to kill gators quickly and cleanly. If spotted, gators may either flee or turn aggressive. The first shot must be careful to keep the gator from escaping. If it retreats to water, the prize will likely be lost. For an effective shot, aim for the brain or spine just behind the head. It's best to hunt gators while hidden and shooting from a prone position. Their tough hide and skull require a high-caliber rifle. Use only quality-controlled, expanding soft-point bullets. High-caliber rifles should be avoided. Their recoil when fired prone can be brutal. So, finding the right shooting position becomes crucial. Hippos sunbathe on the shore, with crocs nearby in the river. Given the chance, a croc will attack and devour a hippo without hesitation. This is a common sight to witness. These species share a symbiotic bond, often cohabiting the same area. To catch the giant croc, hunters must track hippo habitats. Taking down this large species is easy, but retrieve the body before it sinks. They'll tie the hippo carcass where crocs frequently visit. Crocodiles are naturally bloodthirsty predators. Using the enemy's corpse to lure crocs is the perfect strategy. The hunter picks a good spot and waits for the croc to show up. Prey can distract the croc, making the hunt easier. Hunters have time to watch and aim for the key spot to take down the croc. Ideally, hunters should scout the area and find a good hiding spot. Using a rifle from 30-50 meters away is best for safety and effectiveness. Hunting can be pretty exhausting work. The farmer found a 3-meter croc and wrestled it for 7 hours. Some states have croc hunting seasons from late August to September or longer. The state's gator harvest is set up accordingly. Besides crocs, these states also deal with wild boar invasions. Wild boars like grasslands and thick forests, especially near farms with food. Boars adapt well, thriving wherever there's water and trees. They're invasive and reproduce much more effectively than other species. Invasive species, driving out natives and wrecking farms. In the US, Wild boars cause $2.5 billion in damage annually. The biggest hunting challenge is being a good shot. They often hide behind trees and run very fast. Hunters must track boar movement to aim properly. Boars can suddenly speed up or change direction. They may even attack hunters. So, hunters need quick reflexes for all situations. Just hitting a boar's body isn't always enough. The head is the best spot for a quick kill. Think of a boar as a moving target you must hit. This challenges even the best shooters. Once aimed, the hunter shoots fast and decisively. They must pull the trigger faster than a boar can run. A rifle scope limits the hunter's peripheral vision, so they often use an observation device. At night, it's impossible to see in the dark. Hunters need powerful gear to spot boars from afar. This allows hunters to shoot accurately and safely. A red-filtered flashlight is also very helpful. Farmers track boars based on vehicle speed. Each shot must be quick and precise. Farmers use cameras to scout before hunting. Once prey is located, the hunter enters the area. This makes for a smoother hunt. It also increases the success rate. Hunters are spread out in the forest waiting to take down the wild boar. Besides guns, hunters also rely on the help of hunting dogs. Swift dogs can match boar's speed and even kill them. In dense brush, farmers need hunting dogs to help catch wild boars. In strength and fighting ability, dogs are no match for wild boars. But a pack of hunting dogs can easily track down wild boars. Human vision is limited, especially during night hunts. Dogs' keen senses help them find boars in the dark. Besides wild pigs, coyotes also threaten U.S. farmlands. In winter, hungry coyotes target cattle ranches for food. Louisiana farmers see coyotes as troublesome pests causing damage. This also poses a major challenge to American farmers' livelihoods. Louisiana authorities have legalized hunting invasive animals. If coyotes regularly prowl farms, some farmers opt to control them with shotguns. Hunting will occur in coyote-frequented areas like grasslands, forest edges, or near farms. As summer nears, Minnesota hunters begin their hunting activities. Freshly cut hayfields offer a greater food supply. Thus, hunting in open fields and farms is ideal. Coyotes are very territorial and use vocalizations to assert dominance. Professional hunters use radios to assist in hunting. It emits a sound mimicking a howl to attract coyotes. Coyotes are agile, unpredictable targets, small beneath their fur. Farmers must follow principles when hunting. Don't rush to shoot a moving coyote, but don't hesitate when it stops. Maintain your line of sight and pull the trigger. Proper camo gear helps you blend in, increasing chances of going unnoticed. The rise in coyote numbers has caused various issues for farmers. It also threatens social security and complicates government management. A nightmare lurks in the rustling leaves of the Texas night. Massive 400-pound wild hogs tear through farmland at 30 miles per hour. Coyotes prowl in shadows, their eyes gleaming, killing livestock. Farmers are locked in a relentless battle. They sacrifice sleep and safety to protect their livelihood. "2024 stats show feral hogs killed more people than sharks in 10 years. 1,645 attacks, 216 deaths, 38% of victims were farmers. The US population has soared to over 9.3 million. Florida and Texas face the worst, with 3.1 million cases reported. They're so numerous that farmers have set up over 30 wild hog hunts for visitors of all skill levels. These ecological terrorists cause about $1.5 billion in annual damage to crops, livestock, and the environment. Wild pigs are known for their insatiable appetite. An adult pig can eat 4 to 6% of its body weight daily with a 5-8-liter stomach capacity. This quick digestion fuels their constant search for food, turning fertile fields to wasteland. Their strong snouts tear up soil, uprooting crops and destroying vital root systems. Their waste pollutes water, potentially spreading diseases like swine brucellosis to livestock and humans. According to the Department of Conservation, a single group of 10 feral pigs can devastate up to 25 acres of farmland in one night, causing farmers to lose about $125,000 in crop revenue annually. The problem is worsened by their ability to start breeding at 3 years old at an extremely rapid rate. A female wild pig can have several litters yearly, each with 8 to 12 piglets, allowing their numbers to explode quickly. While feral pigs wreak havoc on crops and soil, coyotes pose a different kind of threat. These adaptable native predators can be found in all Zimawa states, even in snowy areas. Texas and California have the largest coyote populations, totaling 1.6 million in 2024. Unlike wild pigs, coyotes mainly target animals, especially smaller ones like chickens and lambs. This coyote even hunted calves. The CQRS Nazano Agriculture Department reports coyotes cause 60% of predator-related livestock losses, costing farmers millions yearly. These losses impact farmers' income and disrupt local food supply chains. Besides livestock predation, coyotes have moved into urban areas, sometimes attacking humans and pets. This often happens during breeding season, January to March, when they feel their territory is threatened. Coyotes have lived in North America for 800,000 years, making them skilled hunters. With sharp claws and teeth, they can quickly take down prey in seconds. They usually hunt alone, making them hard to catch and detect. The fight against feral pigs and coyotes requires a multifaceted approach. Building strong pig-proof fences remains a crucial first line of defense. These fences need sturdy materials and deep anchoring to withstand wild pigs' power and determination. Electric fences are particularly effective at keeping coyotes away. They deter other predators too, but cost UNT to 8 dailies per square meter, too pricey for average ZUA farms. The math of cost and size for these large-scale farms can make this a significant challenge. Many farmers find livestock guardian dogs, like Anatolian Shepherds and Great Pyrenees, effective against predators. In Isa Equestrian, farmers typically keep one guard dog for every 50 to 100 cattle on up to 20 acres. But most farms in coyote hotspots, like Texas, often have 3 to 5 livestock guardian dogs for extra security. Capture and hunting remain effective methods of population control. For wild pigs, automated traps with sensors and cameras are becoming increasingly popular. These traps detect feral pigs and coyotes, send real-time alerts to farmers' devices, and allow remote monitoring. A typical trap can hold up to 50 feral pigs and costs about $1,500. Corn is often used as bait to lure them into traps at night when they're most active. If lucky, farmers can catch more than 18 wild pigs at once. Some farmers also put corn in feeders and wait for pigs to come. When they're eating, unaware, farmers shoot to catch the biggest ones. Broken Arrow Ranch in Texas works with hunters to catch wild pigs for restaurants. Captured pigs weighing 180 pounds sell for about 35 cents per pound. Older pigs with high hormones taste bad and are usually put down. All pigs in the food chain must pass federal safety inspections. Texas has creative ways to control its severe feral pig problem. Here's a pro hunter using a helicopter with thermal cameras. Aerial culling allows for quick and precise removal of large wild pig groups in a short time. A 3-hour helicopter hunt can eliminate over 132 feral pigs, compared to just 25 when hunting on foot. California farmers have turned to leg hold traps and cage traps in these hotspots. For leg hold traps, the hunter digs a small hole, creates a scent lure using bait or predator urine, and places the trap inside, ensuring it blends perfectly with the surrounding environment. He can catch about 26 coyotes weekly on this 320-acre farm using this method. Coyote and wild pig hunting occurs day and night in high-activity areas. Some farmers also use predator calls to lure coyotes into shooting range. Night vision gear allows hunters to spot and eliminate predators more accurately. 63 coyotes and wild pigs were hunted on this 600-acre farm last night. While effective, this approach is costly, with Texas spending about $3 million yearly on control efforts. Each night brings potential danger to farmers. Since early 2024, Socotra reported 7 deaths by feral pigs and 9 by coyotes. Despite culling efforts, coyotes are surviving and expanding their range in Socotra and Canada. A study showed removing 75% of coyotes annually for 50 years wouldn't eliminate them. Thus, the fight against these predators continues to see innovations. Drones have become valuable tools against most predators, not just wild pigs and coyotes. Equipped with thermal cameras and GPS, drones can spot predators from above in vast farm areas. Loud noises or bright lights from drones can scare off wild pigs and coyotes from fields and livestock. Motion sensor lights and sound devices also help keep coyotes and other animals away from farms. Combining old and new strategies, American farmers can protect their land and livestock for generations.
Texas isn't just big, it's America's largest agricultural state, producing key commodities like beef, cotton, corn, cheese, rice, and milk. To put it in perspective, Texas has more farmland than the entire state of California. Over 127 million acres, or 51.3 million hectares. Nearly 3/4 of this is for crops and livestock. Annually, this massive ag economy adds over $24 billion to the U.S. and supports over 500,000 jobs. What sets Texas farming apart is its remarkable efficiency, using cutting-edge tech while preserving age-old traditions. Cowboys are the lifeblood of Texas agriculture, embodying the state's rugged spirit. They saddle up and often ride 10, 15 miles daily to manage vast cattle herds, mend fences, and deter predators. Each ranch has its own unique brand, a symbol seared into cattle hide with hot irons. During roundup and branding season, ranches become a hive of activity. Cowboys corral the cattle while a team works to ensure each animal is branded, vaccinated, and checked. This tradition has been part of Texas since the mid-1800s, but as ranches grew, new methods were needed to maintain efficiency. Helicopters are now part of daily operations on large ranches. King Ranch, one of Texas' largest cattle ranches, manages over 35,000 cattle daily. Overseeing them on 825,000 hectares is no small feat. As cowboys on horseback and trucks herd cattle below, with helicopters guiding from above, it's a mix of old and new, keeping Texas and Wild West traditions alive. If Texas were a country, its beef industry alone would rank in the world's top 10. Texas provides about 15% of the nation's total beef, nearly double that of Oklahoma, the second largest producer. As of January 2024, Texas had 12 million cattle, including over 4.1 million beef cattle. When people think of Texas, cattle often come to mind. But did you know the state is also America's top sheep producer? In fact, it's home to over 820,000 sheep and produces more lamb than all other states combined. Most production comes from the Edwards Plateau, a rocky mountain region perfectly suited for these sweet animals. Meat dogs are typically sold at 3 to 5 months of age. They weigh 50 to 70 kilos, or about 110 to 154 pounds. In the past decade, prices rose from $100 per kilo to $4 per kilo today. This industry is growing, especially with rising demand for slow protein. Weekly, 10,000–12,000 dogs are processed in federal facilities, with thousands more in local butcher shops. Unlike California's focus on dog milk, Texas has carved out a niche market for dog meat products. For dog milk, Texas ranks third with 27,900 dogs producing 3.5 million liters annually. Gouda milk has a richer nutritional content. It fetches higher prices than cow's milk, ranging from 20 to 50 cents per kilo. Now let's visit the peanut fields in South Texas, where over 385 million pounds of peanuts are grown yearly. This makes Texas the second largest peanut producer in the country, just behind Georgia. Harvesting peanuts is a fascinating process. Farmers use special diggers to uproot peanut plants and lay them out to dry in the sun. These machines can cover up to 14 acres per day. A week later, harvesters collect the peanuts, separating them from plants with impressive precision. Reports say each farm here produces enough peanuts yearly to make 50 million jars of peanut butter. Peanuts are processed annually into peanut butter. The Rio Grande Valley in Texas is one of the few regions where vegetables can be grown during winter months, making it a crucial supplier when northern states are blanketed in snow. Due to this advantage, Texas produces over 15.5 million tons of vegetables annually, second only to California. Vegetable harvesting is a labor-intensive process. During harvest, workers walk the rows, manually cutting vegetable heads and placing them in bags. Mechanical harvesters are also used for tougher-leaved vegetables. Workers follow these machines, sorting and bagging the produce. Vegetables are then packed in the field for immediate sale, or sent to cooling facilities for washing and nationwide distribution. Compared to Florida, which also grows winter vegetables, Texas stands out for its efficiency and production volume. Cotton is Texas's crown jewel, producing 42% of the nation's cotton. The High Plains region around Lubbock is where most of the crop is grown. In 2022, Texas farms produced 7.5 million bales, enough for billions of t-shirts. Cotton farming is a high-tech operation. Machines pick cotton in large fields, collecting fluffy bolls and leaving behind stalks. The harvested cotton is compressed into huge bales weighing over 20,000 pounds or 9,072 kilograms. These bales are sent to ginning facilities, where they're cleaned and processed. Drought is one of the biggest challenges for Texas cotton farmers. Unlike Mississippi or Alabama, which rely on rain, Texas farms use extensive irrigation. Also, cotton is highly flammable and fires can spread rapidly in the fields. Each year, Texas reports about 97 wildfires that can start in forests or processing plants. Texas not only feeds the nation, it also inspires it. But this comes at a high price. In 2021, Texas emitted 13.7% of U.S. carbon dioxide, almost double California, the second largest emitter. If Texas were a country, it'd be the world's 8th largest carbon emitter. Farmers here switched to forest farming to use less water and fertilizer while maintaining high crop quality. Forest farming in Texas is now the largest sector of the zucchini crop, valued at over $1.1 billion. Texas recently surpassed Florida to become the nation's top producer of forest tomatoes, growing 1.7 million pounds yearly. Production of fruits, especially pineapples, has also increased in importance. One of the 5 most important rice-producing states. Now you can enjoy these annual Texas fruits. Catfish is another key crop that transitioned to rice field farming in Texas. The state ranks second in the nation for catfish production, after California. Catfish is another main crop raised in Texas rice fields, with fewer pests and diseases. The jackfruit has become popular in Texas, especially among vegans seeking a meat alternative. Jackfruit can be eaten fresh, but cooked. It resembles meat, ideal for vegan dishes. They can cost up to 50 cents per loaf in Mesoamerica, unlike in the South where they're cheaper or even free. The high cost of Zetia mystera reflects its complex journey. Catfruit is highly dangerous and often transported by passenger planes. Asian farmers must time their harvest perfectly to ensure the fruit is fresh, yet durable for export. Fresh catfruit can be huge, sometimes over 80 pounds, making harvesting physically demanding. Experts look for subtle signs like color and aroma changes, and feel the texture. If it's too firm, it's not ready. Then they use mallets to cut the thin stem. Typically, only about 10% of catfruit on a tree is ready for export at any given time. Once picked, mangosteen races against time as it spoils quickly. Its size and odd shape make it hard to ship, raising packaging costs. An Asian exporter ships 2,000 pounds weekly to the U.S., ensuring fresh or dried fruit. U.S. demand grew 35% in 5 years, making it a top exotic import. If you like spicy, tangy flavors, try mangosteen, the queen of fruits. In 2023, it costs under $4 per kilogram in Thailand and Vietnam, while in Japan, it can cost up to $171 per kilogram or $6 per fruit. Despite the cost, mangosteen's popularity keeps growing, especially in cities like New York and Los Angeles. The fruit grows on tall trees, typically reaching 40 feet, 12 meters in height, in regions like Thailand, Vietnam, and India. To ensure top quality, Workers must climb the trees and carefully inspect each fruit. A perfect mangosteen has dark purple skin and is about 2-3 inches, 5 to 7 centimeters in diameter, with a thick rind. In India, skilled harvesters work swiftly to prevent the ripe fruits from falling and getting damaged. On average, a tree can produce about 170 pounds, 80 kilograms of fruit per season, but even a small fall can ruin the fruit. After harvest, farmers must act quickly, as mangosteens can spoil within days if not stored properly. First, the fruit is cut to size and dried, both by machine and by hand. This facility in Thailand processes about 300 pounds of fruit daily. Next, they're irradiated to eliminate any damage. Then, they're irradiated again to kill bacteria before being packed for export to the Philippines. Once in the Philippines, mangosteens are sold to specialty farmers at premium prices. Mangosteen farming is challenging but fruitful. Trees only survive in specific tropical climates and can take up to 10 years to mature, meaning farmers wait long to see returns. Additionally, they alternate between high and low yield years. Despite these challenges and high export costs, global demand for mangosteen offers promising rewards. Known as the king of fruits, durian captivates food lovers worldwide with its strong aroma and creamy custard-like texture. Though pungent to some, durian is so beloved in Asia that many countries offer all-you-can-eat buffets at set prices, sometimes as low as in the US, letting durian fans indulge without time limits. In the US, this exotic treat costs about $32.50 per kilo, 5 times more than in South Asia, and pricier than an all-you-can-eat deal. Despite the high price, Malaysian cold durian exports to Celesco have surged to over 12 tons, while Thailand processes about 1 million tons annually. Harvesting durian is a challenging task due to its thick, spiky skin, and the fact that it grows 15 to 21 meters above the ground. Before harvesting, an expert known as a durian harvester checks the ripeness of each fruit by tapping it. They determine if it's ready to pick based on the sound and color. The harvester then cuts the stem, and workers below carefully catch the fruit to avoid damage. At the facility, durians are sorted, weighed, cleaned, and left to dry for at least 12 hours before packaging. The stems are also sealed with a chemical to prevent sap from leaking. Ripe durians have a strong odor and can spoil quickly, lasting only about a week. Exported durians are frozen at -12 degrees Fahrenheit shortly after harvesting. Durians for Z-Laser are vacuum sealed in plastic to maintain quality. The best durians have a strong odor and a yellowish-green color. For Musang King, creamy texture and deep yellow flesh indicate quality. A Malaysian farm can produce 2,000 plus durians weekly, with 10% for export. In 2021, Malaysia's durian industry faced controversy when 15,000 trees were destroyed. Durian farms are projected to reach $28 billion in revenue by 2025. However, they face challenges like rising costs due to climate change, threatening the supply of these precious fruits. Rambutans, with their distinctive spiky exterior, have long dominated global markets, especially in Zabachanua. Known for their juicy texture and delicate balance of sweetness, rambutans sell for about $10 to $15 per kilo in South Asia. But once exported to Zabachanua, the rambutan market faces a dire situation. When exported to Zabachanua, prices can increase by up to $7 per kilogram. In 2023, ZA imported only 1 to 2% of Thailand's 314 million kilos of rambutans, mostly frozen. Farmers in Thailand and Malaysia usually harvest in summer, when the fruit skin turns red or yellow, signaling peak ripeness. Harvesters use ladders to reach the highest branches, carefully avoiding damage to the delicate fruit. The fruit is gently placed in crates on the ground, each weighing about 45 pounds when full. The annual process ensures only the finest rambutan are chosen, as these delicate fruits bruise easily and may chill during shipping. At the market, a rambutan farm can yield up to 30,000 pounds per acre. All are hand-picked to ensure top quality. Once harvested, they're quickly sorted by size and quality before being stored in a cool room at about 50 degrees. Despite careful packing, rambutan's perishability limits exports, with most sent chilled to Asian and European markets.
The Australian outback is home to some of the largest cattle ranches. These stations can be extremely isolated, like Supplejack Downs in the Northern Territory. At 1,544 square miles, it's a 13-hour drive from the nearest main town. As a result, regular monitoring and grazing is challenging. However, innovative solutions like robots and helicopters are improving this. Beef cattle is a huge profitable industry in Australia, earning about $23 billion annually. According to the latest 2024 report, Australia's cattle herd ranges from 25.7 to 28.6 million head, with Queensland farms accounting for 44% of the country's total. Gathering such large herds for tagging and branding can be tough using traditional field methods. Helicopters offer a solution, providing panoramic views and maneuverability. Before takeoff, pilots and ground crew assess the terrain for effective mustering. The chopper scans the vast landscape for signs of cattle. Pilots maintain radio contact with ground crew to guide stray animals effectively. Using noise and air currents, choppers gently guide the herd to the meeting point. A 400,000-acre ranch requires 5 to 6 helicopters for mustering. This must be done without stressing or agitating the cattle. Ground crew on horses or bikes guide the herd and block escape routes. Once the herd's safely gathered, the chopper lands and the ground team gets to work. Aussie cattle farms use various automated feed systems, each tailored to the farm's specific needs. On big farms, feed trucks follow set routes on schedule, pushing feed mix closer to the cattle feeders. Farmers can even control auto feeders to mix rations using their phones. This ensures a steady supply of fresh feed, satisfying thousands of cattle. Yearly, Aussie livestock farms use a whopping 13 million tons of feed. With beef production up 11.3% to 156 KLBs in 2023, efficient feed distribution is crucial. In smaller operations, automated feeding systems are commonly used. Farmers fill the large hopper with feed. When feeding time comes, the machine automatically dispenses just enough feed for the cattle. The cattle are gathering here because it's almost time for the feeder's regular schedule. This system works well with goats too. These systems use electronic ID tags to identify individual cattle and provide custom feed based on their specific nutritional needs.